Hi, my name's Fuzz. My son's name's Patch. That's why we go by Fuzz Patch. We just had another race this weekend, and well, the results are kind of odd, but we'll see how it went. As you can not see on the video, my son's wing is a little bit beat up over here. We had a friend of ours put a bunch of gorilla tape all over it to keep it stiff. It got split on both sides right down the middle there, but it's fixed up a little bit. And you can see all his black marks and stuff all over his car from other cars driving over top of him and stuff. We did okay on the weekend. It wasn't too bad. Changes from last week. We just added some torsion bars in here. As you can see, a little bit of a spring there. And I don't know if you could see the one in the front here, but we added those on from the dirt model. Other than that, these cars are pretty much the same as the stock model straight out of the book on the RC10 B6.4D version. Although the D's missing on the sticker. I don't know why they didn't give us a D on the sticker. Anyway, let's see how we did on the race.
Alright, running order is going to be Dean / Connor, Patrick, and Art. Dean on the sound of the 10.
Whoops.
Wow!
Slash.
Little throttle heavy there. So you see Slash is starting just a little bit behind me. He's going to have to work hard to catch up to me, but Patrick's in fourth there with the black wing. So keep your eye on Patrick with that black wing and not the clear wing. Ooh, that was a lucky roll for me. Don't want to be rolling over too much. Slash is trying hard to catch up to me and pass me. Perhaps a little bit too hard. I think I've got the line on that particular corner a little bit better than he does. 12.4 seconds. Oh, Slash lost it. Wound up on his roof. Takes a little bit for the marshal to get in to fix him. 12.9 seconds, so I was a little slower on that lap too. We're having a great time with this track. I have a little trouble on that tabletop in the back.
Right now it's Dean, Patrick, Connor / Art.
I just don't have the courage to hit the throttle over there. They're gripped up in a pack behind me now. Oops. Looks like they broke up the pack. Patrick must have slipped into the wall there. Yep, that was Patrick. I'm coming up to lap him now. Technically, I have to pass him by quite a bit to lap him. He's still on my lap even if I pass him. And I wound up on my roof. For the first time this race. For any length of time, that is. 17.55 because of that rollover.
That should...
Okay, we're trying hard to keep the car on its wheels. I just passed Patrick. Oh, that wasn't Patrick. Patrick's in front of me. Two white cars is really difficult for us to follow. Patrick's made that comment to me. He'd like to get another paint job because you can't tell his car away from the other white car. And the other white car, his dad is actually marshalling out there. And they share the same car. He's in the next race after this one. They use exactly the same car for both races. Don't know how they managed to do that on a set of batteries, but they do it. Ooh, Patrick got a little bit of air there, but landed on his wheels.
Don't make me come... Ah!
Oh, and I landed on the wheels again. That's good. It's twice in that corner that's happened. And as you can see there, Patrick crawled over the wall, but nobody saw him. So he's a little bit upset. Somebody's yelling at the marshal to go look for it. I think it's Terry pointing at it. And the marshal finally sees it and runs over there. So that's Patrick went down a whole lap because of that one incident. Which would have put him on roughly the same lap time as me. He's actually doing good. Oh, and this time here, the marshal didn't see I came off the jump. And he put me on the wrong side of the track. And then he just straightens me out. So I have to go around the corner again.
That really hurt.
I don't like going over that jump. Back tabletop always gives me a little bit of trouble. So that means Slash is now caught up to me, and I believe he's passed me. He's coming around the lap now.
It's okay, they put me on the wrong side of the track. I had to do half the track the second time. Don't have to catch me, I'm in.
Patrick and I are having a little duke out here. I'm not worried about passing him. I'm just having fun. Patrick's trying his hardest to try and make sure that he gets some time on me. Okay, nice tight corner there.
14.26 times lap. No longer on that T2 pace.
We're coming around here. Lap 18, so we've got a couple more laps. He paused there because he jumped the pipe. I've asked him to watch out for that sort of thing, and Patrick tries to be a little bit honest out there. He wants to be honestly beating us.
1.719.
Ooh, so he paused there for a second, as you saw.
They did that to me.
And Connor had the same problem. Oh, I got hung up on the pipe, and off we go again. See if we can get this track under control.
Just smooth. Yep, just smooth.
Connor's dad is coaching him a little bit, make sure that he starts to drive a little cleaner. Patrick, I just put down a little bit. If only I could stop crashing. I would have made the extra lap if it wasn't for me hitting the back wall and then teetering on the chicane. So I'm done, but Patrick gets to go another lap. He keeps going because he started after me. He jumps off the pad on the back and down the straight and across the line to finish this round. Okay, let's take a look at some results. Let's take a look at round 1 first. In round 1, I won the round, almost lapped everybody. Patrick came in 4th, which is fairly consistent throughout the day. We're having trouble cars rolling over in corners and stuff like that, or Patrick was overshooting them sometimes. He's trying to learn his throttle control, and he gets way better each time he goes out on the track. Round 2. Looks like both Patrick and I had a little bit of difficulty on there. We were very inconsistent. Must have been rolling over on every corner. I seem to recall that's what was happening, especially on like the 1, 2, 3rd corner, just before the little jump. I'd go around there and I'd just tip it on its side. Every time I went around the corner. And I think Patrick is having a very similar struggle with his vehicle. We eventually figured out that going into the corners a little bit hotter, hitting the brakes, and then turning actually helped quite a bit. Okay, round 3. This is the results for the race that we just finished watching. You can see I got 2nd place in that one. Connor, you could hear his dad saying for him to calm down a little bit, standing next to me. He got 3rd, and Patrick got 4th, and Slash was in the lead for pretty much the whole race, I think. I had a couple of minor incidents on there, including the one time where I fell off the track on the tabletop, and well, the marshal just kept putting me back on the ground, and I had to go around that corner again, but it took me about 5 seconds to figure out I had to do that, which cost me a good 10 seconds. And I had another lap where something happened too, as I recall. I fell on my roof going just after the little jump. And then Patrick had a couple of minor incidents throughout his race. He did really well, except for the one time that he managed to hit the back pipe, went over it and jumped over it and wound up underneath the coat hanger. And while he was under the coat hanger, well, the marshal didn't see him for like a whole lap. But he did get out there, and he was fairly consistent after that. Got his marbles all totally under control. Way to go, Patrick.
Everyone's ready to go. We're going to start on the toe. Here we go.
I knew that was going to happen. I didn't even do anything.
Yep, what a start to the race. Last place at this point, but I have a pretty rough first 3 laps, I think. Got to keep the marshals busy, right? Oh, even Patrick had a rough start. Ooh, nice pass there by Patrick. Oh, we had a little bit of a rough time on the jump, though. All right, come on, guys, settle down. Here we go.
first. You know? Oh, out.
No.
Okay, Flash broke his rear buckle, so he's out. He must have hit something hard. So that puts Connor in first, I believe, at the moment. That's the orange car. Patrick and I are fighting it out. But now Connor blew his one of his gears,
Okay, we're not
stripped the
supposed to
gears.
drop like flies.
So now Connor's out. Now there's just 4 cars left, and all we have to do is just drive smooth. Lots of room between the cars. And on the track, in the purple car, isn't actually Chris. It's Chris's oldest son, I believe, who came here because Chris went off on, well, he went to a concert. So Flash's older brother is in the purple car. Yeah, and he hasn't been racing for a while, so he's kind of driving all over the place. But it's Novice, so that's fine. Everybody's crashing all over the place. That's why this is a novice class. Trying to learn not to do that anymore. So I'm in first. I think Patrick's in third. Oh, I got hung up on the tabletop here. Oh, Patrick landed in the corner marshal. And I believe he ripped my turnbuckle off right there by accident when he was pulling it out in the little trap in the back. So he's busily trying to put my turnbuckle back on. Patrick's trying to duke it out there for the lead, I believe. Nope, he's back on the main lap though. Patrick had a couple bad laps. Oh, I'm back on the road. But I'm 4 laps down from where I was. They're making some nice jumps over that. I'm always a little bit nervous going over the tabletop. I just can't line it up, and I'm too much fear in me. I've got to get over the fear. If I could just get over the fear and just do the jumps. But the car's so small in the distance there. I believe Patrick is in first. So there's the two white cars are duking it out there. Oh, Patrick hung up. And that, oh, the marshal picked him up to try and fiddle with it, to try and fix it. Something must have popped off.
Oh man, everything. I broke.
That's why Patrick took so long for that last lap. He broke on the pipe. But the marshal was quicker to get him back on the road. So.
My thing came off. It got hooked on the pipe back there, and it ripped the arm off.
And now, on to the results. As you can see on the results, I had a rough start. I was starting in about 5th, and I was twiddling all over the place to work my way slowly up to first, only because poor Flash and Connor both broke in there. And then, then I broke. And that dropped me down to 3rd, as both Patrick and Ayrton jumped into the lead there. And then Ayrton took over the lead at the last lap there because Patrick hit the pipe and then broke on the thing just before the jump. we're just going to hope that next race, which is in another week and a half, 2 weeks, we're going to do better. See if we can pit up with some of our old friends there and put another go in and see if we can beat Flash and Connor. Or maybe they'll beat us. Or maybe Patrick will beat us. Well, we'll have to wait and see.